Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Public Health Virtual Education Series, Wažookį, Family Conversations. I'm Jamie Decora, the Public Health Worker Supervisor, joined by Renelle, our Public Health Nurse, who will help moderate today's session. The goals of the series is to gather, learn, and share about Ho-Chunk culture, resources, services, and the connection to health. In public health, we focus on prevention, promotion, and the protection of health and well-being of our communities. Health and well-being are rooted in many aspects of our lives, from our physical body, our mental health, our spirit, the environment we live in, and much more. During these sessions, we will explore topics that can impact our health and well-being. Together, we will learn about tools and resources to improve our health and the health of our communities. Today, we are happy to have the Labor Department with us. They will have about 45 minutes for the presentation, followed by a Q&A. Please use the chat function to enter in any comments or questions for our presenter, and Renelle and I will monitor the chat throughout the presentation and read the questions for them at the end. You can also raise your hand and come off of mute during the Q&A to ask your questions out loud. Any questions that we do not have time for, we will forward to the group and email responses back. The session is being recorded and will be posted on our DOH website and our Facebook page. Please, everyone, welcome the Labor Department.
Thank you for that introduction.
Do you want to start, or?
You can go for it.
So I'm under the impression we're talking about our programs today. I am Julie Rodriguez. I am the Tribal Workforce Development Manager. I work with 2 case managers, and our program is Tribal Workforce Training and Development. Our mission is to develop programs and skills training for tribal members to obtain career development opportunities for employment, maintaining a sustainable workforce with or for the nation. We have different types of assistance. We have educational requests. We may assist clients in obtaining their technical diplomas. We have some, some requirements. We would ask that you apply for FAFSA if you're able. If not, that's fine. The class schedule training. We help with CEUs to help with you in your current job. Current employment, or either to maintain or advance your employment. If it's to advance your employment or maintain your employment, we would like a letter or something stating to the position that you're going to. We assist with training assistance, which is a little bit different than CEUs and educational. It's more certification trainings. And that's also to maintain your current employment, or if you have other advancement opportunities, or if you decide to change your career path. Say you're working someplace as a job and you want to switch to a career. If there's a training out there that can assist you in that road, we can assist in that. We do help with some supportive services. So if you find a new job or within the first 2 weeks, we can assist with some work attire, footwear, outdoor clothing, workwear, some essential tools. We don't do any power tools, and some PPE. We also assist with some transportation for like fuel assistance. If you don't have a car, can't drive, we can assist with taxis, bus passes. We can work it out as you talk to a case manager. We can do field cards, or if you're located near our Whitetail crossings, we do gas vouchers. Some of our past trainings that we've assisted people with are OSHA 10, flagger certifications, chainsaw safety, forklift safety, solar technology, cement masonry, CDLs, some CNA certifications, State of Wisconsin cosmetology certification, electrician apprenticeship, and grant writing. I wrote up some stuff here. Workforce development can positively impact your mental health by providing training, skills, development, opportunities for professional growth. They can foster a sense of purpose, confidence, and achievement, which are all crucial for maintaining good mental health and well-being. Additionally, if you have a supportive and inclusive workplace culture, through our initiatives, that can reduce your stress, your anxiety, promoting a greater sense of well-being. It can also improve your mental health by enhanced skills and confidence in yourself. Assist you to be self-sufficient for yourself and your family. Some purpose of achievement is like fulfilling and a meaningful job that has a sense of purpose and direction in your life, which is essential for your mental health. It can assist. Achieving your professional and personal goals, contributing to the success of yourself and your family and the organization, which will give you a sense of accomplishment and some pride. Social connection, you go to work, you meet with opportunities for social interaction and building relationships with colleagues and supervisors, and I lost my spot. I got so excited I jumped ahead. It'll assist you in structures, routine, and stability. So you get up in the morning, you have your routine, you feel stable, and hopefully you find your work-life balance and flexibility. Those are all things that can assist you in your daily life. It can help release some stress, can cause some, but it can release some. It can by addressing mental health needs at your workplace organizations, they can create a more and supportive, inclusive environment for all of the employees. Those are some of the things I've written up. You want to go or try? Do we do questions at the end or?
At the end is easier.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry, I read kind of quick.
That's okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cole Redbird. I oversee our Public Law 102477 federal program. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to speak with you all today. I love talking about what we provide here and what we're able to do for people. So any chance to do that, I'm really grateful for. Our program is a federally authorized initiative that allows tribes to combine funding from multiple federal sources. And it's going to be grants that are specifically related to like employment and training. But when you look at the spectrum of grants, that's going to cover quite a bit of them. With our program specifically, we have 3 grants that we offer. That's going to be our Workforce Innovation and Opportunities Act, so WIOA. We also have our Job Placement and Training, so JPT, and then we have Native Employment Work, so NEW it's called. So those are our 3 grants that we provide here in-house. And we offer employment and career planning with our staff. We do have 2 case managers as well, and we have an intake worker. So we're able to provide kind of like well-rounded assistance for people because we all come from like different backgrounds. We're all Wažookį tribal members, but our intake worker is 18, just out of high school. And we have an elder as a case manager who provides an astounding amount of experience to the people that we come across. And we have another case manager that came from a background in Head Start and has been a mom. So she's able to understand what our community needs are here. And we all, I feel, do a pretty good job of dealing with our different areas of expertise and providing services to our 39 county service area, which I'm going to get into as well. We offer paid work experiences. Like we have a new program for internships and apprenticeships. So that's kind of to get people's foot in the door, you know, for apprenticeships, if they're looking to get into like a trade or a field that requires apprenticeships. Generally there's like an hourly requirement for those. So we saw that that was an unmet need in our communities, and it's kind of like a pilot program, but it's been going pretty well so far. And there are a lot of our students that are going back to school, and, you know, they might be non-traditional students, even traditional students that require internships to graduate. And a lot of those are unpaid opportunities. So we were able to implement a program that allows us to pay for a portion of their hours so that they're able to support themselves while they're still getting their education and reaching for those goals for themselves. We also have what we call vocational exploration. Basically, that's like on-the-job training opportunities, and we have adult vocational exploration. That is for adults that have graduated from high school and are looking for on-the-job training experience in their field of interest. We pay for their hours for starting at 240 hours, and they're able to go on the site. It doesn't have to be within the Ho-Chunk Nation. It could be at any site in their field of interest, and they're gaining that experience with the understanding that the people that are bringing them on will provide them an employment opportunity at the end, either full-time or like LTE, but they're getting that training and they're able to become, you know, the best fit for that job. And then they would be able to continue on that path. We also have our youth vocational exploration. And as of right now, that's kind of taken the place of like the summer youth employment program that's usually tribally funded. We're putting that underneath this grant so that it's able to be offered year round and not just to Ho-Chunk tribal members, but also to any federally recognized tribal member. Generally, they're going to be 14 to 21 and still going for their high school diploma. So as long as you fall within those guidelines, we would place you as a youth vocational exploration participant. They get up to 240 hours of on-the-job training experience per funding year, and they're able to gain experience in a field of interest, but it's like an educational opportunity, not like an employment outcome where they're just gaining that experience during that time, but their actual outcome is going to be them getting their high school diploma. So we have that available. We also do classroom training. So we provide tuition assistance and short-term training. We're kind of in the middle of working through that. As of right now, we only approve up to 5 credits at an accredited institution, but I think we're looking to offer a little bit more because we see a need with our clients that could be on academic probation through one avenue or another and need to fund a course another way, or, you know, are going to an institution that's not Title IV and isn't able to be funded through federal sources or through our higher education department. So that's something that we're looking at expanding on right now. We also provide supportive services, and the intent behind the supportive services that we provide is to remove barriers to either gaining or retaining employment or advancing in employment. So common ones that we have are like uniforms, tools, fuel, you know, public transportation for our urban areas. A lot of people don't have cars in those areas. So we're able to get like bus passes, public transportation, Ubers, whatever it takes to get them to their first couple weeks of work and to get them on the job and give them that head start that they need. We also have assisted with like other needs tied directly to like job readiness and retention. A unique one that we had that I don't think I've seen before is people that have like CDL training or CDL commercial driver's licenses that drive like semis. They need to have physicals done every year. And when one of our participants started working, you know, 20 something years ago, the employer would pay for that and bring you on. But now in the world today, you're expected to pay for your own physical before you get on the job. And sometimes our people aren't able to do that. So that was something I thought was really cool that we were able to provide to kind of keep someone in their line of work that they've been doing for decades and they're really passionate about. And just having that little step up to kind of get them back in the swing of things, and they've been doing really well. So I thought that was something interesting that we were able to provide. We also do a lot of referrals to other programs. We do referrals to like HHCDA, housing, behavioral health, people to state benefits, CMODs, higher education, VERNA. We like to connect participants with resources that will support their success. So in order to qualify for our program, like I think I got a little bit ahead of myself, but in order to qualify for our program, you have to be either an enrolled member of a federally recognized tribe or a first descendant of an enrolled member of a federally recognized tribe. So that doesn't have to be just Ho-Chunk, it could be any tribe in the US or their first descendant. So even if your kid isn't eligible for enrollment, they would still be eligible for this program. You have to live within our 39 county area in Wisconsin, and I can provide materials that outline what that area is. Generally, it's gonna be anywhere in southwest Wisconsin is covered, but our northernmost counties are not covered by our program, and our easternmost counties are not covered by our program. So it is still a large service area, but I feel like there's definitely room for growth there as well. And then you also have to be either unemployed, so not working at all, underemployed, where you are working, but it's not meeting your needs either for your skills or the hours that you need to be working. You need retraining after you received a layoff notice, or you face a barrier, an identifiable and correctable barrier to long-term employment, or you're like an at-risk youth. All of these things would make you eligible for our program. So it kind of leaves the door open. We try and keep it so we aren't turning many people away. As long as you're a tribal member or first descendant living with our 39 county area, we try to really work with everybody, and we find a way for us to bring you in. We really like to focus like on a broader scale of like our participants' well-being. So even if someone doesn't qualify for our program, we still do what we can to connect them with like similar services that can help them. So we have tribal members that'll call from Arizona, and that's not within our 39 county service area, but we might be able to find a similar 477 federal program or someone that offers the same grants that we do down in that area to provide them opportunities. So we don't just try to tell them, oh, you don't qualify, we can't help you. We try and extend that hand out to them and show them, even though you're not eligible here, we still want to connect you with the things that you need. We don't just focus on employment. We try to focus on the whole person. If a participant is struggling to meet basic needs like housing, food, healthcare, we refer them to appropriate programs so that they're in a better position to succeed in the workplace later. So a model that we use with our case management is like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's basically a pyramid like this if you've never seen it. And the base level is like basic needs for survival. And if these aren't met on that second tier where we have employment, you can't focus on that second tier. So we try and get these basic needs met. And if that's not something that we're able to directly provide, we'll refer them out to, a resource that will help them get those needs met. And then they can come back, when they've gotten that part taken care of, and we move forward with their plan. And we want to continue advancing them until they're where they want to be. Sometimes we'll have participants that come in with needs that go beyond our area of expertise. Like, for example, we have people that come in with mental health concerns. Sometimes they have disabilities that are just past what we're able to provide at this time. But in those cases, we collaborate with like the State Division of Vocational Rehabilitation. They're really good at helping our participants that struggle with a little bit extra than some of our participants that come in. We also have the VERNA program, Vocational Rehabilitation for Native Americans, and they both focus directly on people with extra needs and help them get to where they need to be able to support themselves and be successful. They help create a plan that's tailored to their specific situation and help them access the programming that best supports them. And to us, it's like employment isn't just about a paycheck. It's about stability, their identity, finding something that they can be passionate about and that gets them out of bed in the morning, because nobody really wants to work. But if you find something that's enjoyable, it makes it a little bit easier to get out and do the things that you need to do to support yourself. So we try and focus on, health and long-term growth. That's a huge thing with our clients, is when they come in, a lot of them are kind of in survival mode and they're focused on what I need right now. And it's really a beautiful thing to see them go from focusing on right now, what I need to survive, what I need to eat every day, what I need to feed my kids, what I need to keep the lights on, to that next growth of like, I want to go back to school. I see this area that I'm able to, grow and learn from, and having these plans to move forward past that. And okay, now I'm seeing possibilities that I have for myself. Maybe I want to go into business for myself. Maybe I want to look into upper management, and I've always been okay with just entry-level positions, and to see that growth after they get those basic needs met, like that's what keeps us coming back here every day. And it's a really beautiful thing. So that's what our program tries to focus on. And it's just really wonderful being able to say that that's what we do for a living. So it looks different for every single participant. No participant is going to have the same exact programming when they come in. And it's really nice when you see the ones that have that drive and they really are ready to make a change. It doesn't matter how many times they've been in a program before, how many times they've tried these things, how many times they've repeated. There's that one time where it's going to come in and it's going to make a difference for them. And we try to give them that fresh slate every time they come in. We aren't holding their past transgressions against them. We're giving them that fresh slate and that hand up to move past the things that have been holding them back. And I really feel like that's the purpose of our program, and that's why a lot of us here do what we do. So if you guys know someone that might benefit from our services, or if your department would like to host a participant, you know, if you guys need somebody coming in, even if it's for youth vocational exploration, a lot of our tribal departments don't have funding for extra positions all the time, but with summer coming up, that's a big benefit to our youth, is they don't need to have a position afterwards. They just want those hours of experience so that they can get some income coming in, they can learn something new, they can help their people, and then they can go back to school in the fall. And who knows, you could spark something where that's a career they want later on and they'll start focusing on that. So I mean, that's definitely something I would encourage people to do, is be mindful of our Department of Labor participants, because a lot of the times I feel like they get looked over for one reason or another. And I think if you were able to just give them this one chance to show themselves, prove themselves, let them show up as the person they are, not the person they were, you'd be really surprised at how far people can grow. I was a participant myself just a couple of years ago. And now, you know, through encouragement and support and amazing people around you, you can grow and do the things that you never thought you were capable of. And I want that for every one of our participants that come through here. So collaboration is key, and I'm really glad that you guys reached out to us to get this information out there. Because like I said, I love talking about what I do, and I love being able to help more people. And we're finally to a point in the program where I feel like we've rebuilt a lot of things that may have been hindering our program in the past and our participants in the past, and we're really trying to focus on growth and our participants' overall success. So I can talk all day if you guys don't cut me off. I think I'll say about that much.
Thank you very much. Oh, go ahead, Renelle.
I was just going to ask, what is the best way for folks to reach you?
So for 477, we try to keep it real simple. It's just 477@hochunk.com. That's an email address that goes to all of our staff. And we're able to receive attachments and things like that in there too. So that's an easy way to reach out to us. Otherwise, you can call the Department of Labor office here, 715-284-5877, and ask to speak with the 477 staff. And one of us should be here to speak with you guys.
And for us, we're the same. We have our email, which is TWD, all lowercase, @hochunk.com. Our phone number is the same. We're both in Department of Labor. If you don't know which program you qualify for, the person normally that answers the front desk will guide you to one of the case managers, and they will be able to assist you either way. We're a team here, so we all know what each other does. I got a little ahead of myself earlier, and I didn't even introduce my case managers. One was a 477 case manager, and she now works at Tribal Workforce Development, and she is a certified life coach and career counselor. She just got her certification about 6 to 8 months ago. And our other case manager, he is also a career counselor, and he's working on his life coaching certifications. We do assist in building resumes also, or writing resumes. Say you have one, there's a job you want to apply for. We can assist you in looking over your resume, your letter of qualifications, things like that, filling out applications. We can leave our offices. Both of us are mobile. We're able to leave our office and come to you if you can't make it here. You just have to give us a call. With us, it may be a little difficult to say if you're in Texas, but we can do online, over the phone, or like this WebEx, you know, with others that are not around as drivable distance. We also work with people and trying to get them to work. Some of them have run into snakes, and we've assisted them. Some of them have to build their self-confidence up, which I'm very proud of both of the case managers because they've been able to work with people and assisting them in getting back to work and working on themselves. We also work with employers. We work at the Myron Project. We were just able to recruit. People get a hold of us and we give them the applications and help them send it over, or we send it over ourselves. And that's with both programs. We've been assisting with that. We work with our local schools. One of my case managers took up, she actually went up to Toma and did apprenticeship presentation with the school. Actually, they all went, I believe, to that apprenticeship presentation. They requested that we do one up there, so one was done there. So, I mean, if there's requests and something that we can help out with that way, just give us a call or an email and let us know. And we will try to assist you one way or another, even if it's just simple trying to be there and assist you, you know. But yeah, twd@hochunk.com. We do have a Facebook. Department of Labor has a Facebook. I don't know if the messenger's on there. It's on. But TWD does have a Facebook also, Tribal Workforce Development, and there is a messenger on there if you can only get, you know, messages out, which some people are only able to do that. Email, phone call. Thank you. I forgot to add that in there. I got so used to reading my paperwork, I didn't even introduce everybody. And I am actually a certified workforce development professional. I just got my certification about 4 months ago. So we're here to assist you. We're bettering ourselves for the nation, and hopefully we'll be able to assist you in your well-being and your families and our nation to make yourself sustainable. So, thank you.
I did have a question come through to me.
Can you speak a little louder, Jamie? It was a little quiet.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys only help out tribal members, or do you help out tribal employees as well?
Tribal members, we've had in the past where there were certain trainings that was when we were Taro, that we were able to help employees that were not non-native. But we do, yeah, they're tribal members or descendants
Or
or
married
spouses
to, or
or
parents
father
of.
or parents
yeah.
of
So you do help out parents of tribal members?
that are, yes,
Okay.
as long as they're supporting a tribal member, basically.
Yeah, so their program has a little bit more flexibility with that. So they help Ho-Chunk Nation tribal members, any federally recognized tribal member, or parents of Ho-Chunk tribal members, or spouses of Ho-Chunk tribal members. Ours is limited to federally recognized tribal members, so that's any tribe and their first descendants.
Thank you.
And they're also able to help tribal members anywhere. At large.
The United States, we've had a request out in, I think it was Europe or
Germany.
yeah.
So that's a benefit to their program, is they're able to help our tribal members that are at large meet their training and employment opportunity needs. That's where ours is a little bit more limited, but like I said, we don't just stop there. If we can't have TWD help them and they aren't eligible for that program, then we would forward them to another program that offers similar things that we have.
There's other 477 and 166 programs that they work with.
Yeah, and there are a lot of entities that get specifically like the WIOA grant. That's something that's pretty popular even with state organizations. So we have people, so I mean, even if there were tribal employees that weren't tribal members, we would try and connect them with like state resources of things that were available to them. So we try and keep a pretty large log of things that we're able to just kind of filter people through, because that also helps us save our funding for when it's most needed, because we're supposed to meet unmet needs. So if there's a program that's already providing something, we like to forward them to them and let them provide that first. And then if they get denied through that avenue, then they come back and we would take care of that for them.
Thank you, ladies, for that information. As I see there's no more questions, I will just quickly do the closing. I just want to say thank you guys for coming today. Thank you to Cora and Julie. And thank you just for giving us a little bit of insight. I know a lot of people are probably going to have a lot more questions about the labor department and what you guys do, but just that little bit of insight is going to go a long way. As a reminder to everyone that the session was being recorded today and will be available on the Department of Health website and our Facebook page. And we look forward to seeing everyone next week, Wednesday, May 14th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. as we will be joined by Stephanie Clark from Cedar Growth. You can use the same link as today to join in all future sessions. To add the recurring WebEx link to your calendar, you can email Renell or I, and we will forward you the invite. As well, we want to hear from you. So if anyone that's online can take a few minutes to complete our feedback survey, you can scan the QR code from your phone, or you can use the link in the chat. You can also reach out to Renell and I for any feedback. We will put our emails, Renell will put our emails in the chat function. Other than that, if you guys have any thoughts, ideas for future sessions, please reach out to Renell and I. But I hope you guys all have a happy Wednesday. Thanks again, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.